They'll come out in the pistol. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Booker in Week 9 had just 10 carries against Oakland, but 24 in Week 10 in their win over the Saints.
Yeah, 76 yards total, and that's not going to be a number that you will see very often with 24 carries from Devontae Booker. Usually, that type of volume means 100 yards or more for him on the day. Let's see what happens as he continues to carry the ball as the lead guy for Denver with C.J. Anderson not in the lineup.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Simeon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Booker on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Simeon. Flush to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. He lost 6 there on the first down play. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen to Booker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Let's go. Green,
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll try to sneak with Lynch. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And boy, on the first drive of the game, I kept waiting for the field goal unit to come trotting out, but they stayed put. And this is a real statement here as they get a 1st and goal.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
The try now. Look at 56. Green 56. Green 39. Green 39.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And here is the Redskin defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
And now for the offense. This is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Watch it now. Look at 56. Here we go. Green 39.
Booker on 3rd and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going to go. It's Booker. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here.
No. Check. Patriot.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Again, a run with Thompson. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Redskins.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Against the Vikings, Matt Jones was inactive, so it looks like the Redskins are going to roll with Kelly for a while.
And that's not a bad thing. Coming out of Tulane, probably overlooked. Remember, he went undrafted, but was really impressive in the preseason this year. Not just in carrying the football, but in pass protection. Picked up the offense fast, and now they don't mind him being their lead ball carrier until they get Matt Jones healthy again.
Didn't disappoint in Week 10, 97 yards. Now Thompson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Cousins now from the 50. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, 49 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Simeon, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They run it here with Thompson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. And a give this time to the tailback. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll run with Thompson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
There is no honor in savagery. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Left side here to Sanders. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Following the interception, Cousins. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cousins, he's going to go for a big play. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Simeon. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught at the 25. They give him a gain of 37. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about them keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
All right, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they'll go into the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Five receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On the end around, this is Thomas. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Simeon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
In the red zone this time. Carry, it's Booker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Right back to Booker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And that'll make it 13-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out here in the I. Now they try the right side here. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll run it here. He only needed a few inches, but they stop him behind the line. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. They give it off here to the tight end. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
They come out here in the eye. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Lynch on the keeper. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He'll try, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Paxton Lynch taking it in. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need to stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the post, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. And some room to maneuver. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And the Redskins set up now 1st and goal. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus wind, no wind, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. And they give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be 2 quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bills going up against the Bengals. Now let's get you up to Paul Brown Stadium. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
2nd down, 8. They run it again with Hill. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. And even 50 yards. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Green with a catch left side. 15 yards through the air, the 1st down.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way. They want to see that continue.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green from 19 yards away. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Man, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now, here come the Bengals. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Another chance for Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. 4th down. Dalton wants to throw. And Eifert has it. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He's got it, and the lead moves to 15-6. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Look at the spin. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Taylor, and he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Now Taylor, and he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And give him 12 yards and a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. A strong running. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
22 yards on the pickup there, and the Bills are going to have a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to keep it again. And I think the ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Eluding the pressure right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go!
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go!
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and now it's 4th down. Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Carpenter knocks it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
It's second down. Dalton looking, surveying the field. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. A fourth down gamble with Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's brought down after a good gain. 27 yards on the gain there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. They'll get 32 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he?
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Okay, that incompletion gives me a chance to get your thoughts on Cleveland. Is there a win on that schedule for the Browns?
I think that there is, because I just don't see this team as an 0-16 team. There is talent there. Obviously, Joe Thomas at left tackle and Joe Hayden at corner. I mean, they've got some players on the squad. But the bottom line is, when you have this bad momentum going, how do you reverse it? You know the game I'm identifying? San Diego coming to Cleveland, Christmas Eve. Long trip, warm weather team going into the colder Cleveland. That could be the one.
Now Taylor to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because Because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Well, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know the focus is LaShawn McCoy here, but the defense is doing a really nice job. He's nowhere near his normal yardage total in this game.
Yeah, such a prolific rusher, well up over 6,000 for his career. How have they kept him down?
Well, a lot of gang tackling, getting to the point of attack with a number of people, not creating any creases or cracks for him to find his way through. As you know, with that agility and vision he has, he can always pop a big run.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And quickly, they get to the line. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On second down, Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. A gain of 30. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 19 yards away. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for LaFell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They send Green to the left on his own. So Dalton now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. Third down here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Backing up. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
A fourth down gamble with Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness. The ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL tackle for loss. Hard
to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They send Green to the left on his own. Got to be careful here, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second at about a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards on the ground. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away?
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll run it with Hill. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air this out deep for Harbin. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. To throw is Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll let their receiver runner out of the Wildcat. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mike Gillisley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Here we go. Black round. Black round. Black round. Black round.
This time Taylor will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ray Malaluga coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room. For the punt. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Big spot, Andy Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. To throw here, Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post, the clock hits zeros. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
So the D-line's going to spread out. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy in the final minute. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He's back to throw. He completes it to Boyd. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.